Somebody need to get Carlee Russell's ex a copy of Stop Simpin', because his simp levels are over infinity.
Now available in paperback and e-reader from the author of Spinsterella, A Strange and Unusual Romance, and Spellbound, The Darker Shade of Black comes from legendary magazine. And you get the conclusion of the Spinsterella trilogy in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers today.
Carlee Russell's ex-boyfriend Damar Latrell Simmons is urging the public to stop bullying his ex-girlfriend after it was revealed that she had lied about being kidnapped on July 13th. Now, back on July 13th, Carlee Russell said that as she was driving home on Interstate 459, she saw a toddler wandering on the interstate and pulled her vehicle over to the shoulder after she called 911 to help the child. And it was then that she claimed a man with orange hair jumped out of the trees and ambushed her and put her in another vehicle. And then as she was in this vehicle with the man and another woman, she was driven to a tractor trailer where she was put in the back of the trailer and then driven to a home where she was made to strip down and then had nude photos taken of her. And Carlee Russell alleged after this 48-hour abduction, she was able to break away from her captors and be able to walk all the way back to her home. And this was the story that Carlee Russell told her boyfriend, Damar Latrell Simmons, and her parents. And Damar Latrell Simmons' response basically shows me how much of a simp he actually is. Because only a simp would go out here on hearing that his girlfriend lied to him and say to stop bullying his girlfriend, when in actuality he should be taking the lead in holding his girlfriend accountable. And he should be taking the lead in holding his girlfriend accountable, because if a woman will go out here and participate in disrespecting you by lying to you, then it's clear that that woman is someone you should not trust. And when I look at Damar Latrell Simmons' whole response, again, it's a textbook simp response to go out here and look to give a pass to a woman for participating in ratchet behavior. And only a simp is going to look to excuse the ratchet behavior of a woman because he possibly is participating in some ratchet behavior himself. Because if you hear that your girlfriend had been lying to you about being kidnapped, the first thing any man is going to do is going to go out here and break up with that woman. Now, Damar Latrell Simmons, according to some reports, allegedly did break up with Carlee Russell and erased all of his pictures and things with her on social media. But the whole reaction that he made, again, as related to his statement by saying stop bullying her, basically shows me that not only does Carlee Russell got some skeleton bones, maybe the boyfriend got some skeleton bones too, because only a dude with skeleton bones is going to look to try to give a pass to a woman for ratchet behavior. No, any other dude out here, he's going to go out here and look to check that behavior by dropping that woman. Because if you've got a woman who is out here lying as related to doing stuff behind your back, then that's going to reflect badly on you. And any man of character knows that if his woman is reflecting badly on him and making him look bad, and she's just in the courtship stage, he's going to look to cut ties, because he knows it's only going to get worse from here. And any other guy out here, again, would have been put, after hearing this, he would have been saying out in the open, I'm done with this woman. And he would have left her to the tender mercies of all of those people, because if she would lie to him, she would possibly be lying about some other stuff. And basically, I believe, again, Carlee Russell was lying about that whole kidnapping because she possibly was looking to go out here and creep behind the back of Tamar Latrell Simmons. And the reason why she was possibly creeping behind his back was because she basically was not getting her emotional needs met from the relationship. Because oftentimes when you have women out here and they're pulling stunts like this, it's because they're not getting their emotional needs met in the relationship, and they're not getting their emotional needs met because beta males and simps, they don't know how to meet a woman's emotional needs to make her feel emotionally secure. No, they know how to go out here and think they can buy a woman with attachments, and they only see a woman as a piece of attachment for social currency, but they don't see a value in a woman as a person. And because women don't feel like they're being loved, what they do is go out here and pull stunts like this to get their attention. Now, Carlee Russell had been out here, I believe, for a while participating in these kinds of stunts and was escalating her behavior. Now, according to the Secret Service, they found Google searches on her phone for the movie Taken, and they'd also found that Carlee Russell had stolen a bathrobe from the spa that she worked at. And I believe Carlee Russell was working her way up the levels of ratchetness as related to pulling these kinds of stunts, looking to see what she could get away with to get attention, and looking to see how people would respond to it. It's no different than the white females who go out here and participate in shoplifting, like I talk about in my book, The Woman Crisis. What these women do because they are not emotionally fulfilled by the men that they're with is they go out here and go out here and start participating in things like shoplifting to get a rush or a thrill. And that's possibly what Carlee Russell was doing as related to pulling these stunts. And I believe that as she was pulling these stunts, she was out here with a side dude because she lost all respect for this simp. Because a lot of times when women get out here and get with a simp, what they do is lose respect for that man, and they express their contempt by pulling these attention-seeking stunts, all while they're going out here with a side dude. And when they're with the side dude, they're out here dropping the skid mark jockey thong and allowing that guy to go out here and put his carbon rod in their atomic waste reactor, having some nuclear fusion and getting their taste of the atomic waste from the special place, and going out here blowing the back out at their own pace. And as they're blowing the back out, that's possibly what Carlee Russell was doing, getting her back blown out by some other dude. And after she got her back blown out for 48 hours and had to recover, she then went walking back to her parents' home, where she came up with this elaborate story. And what is Mr. Simps' response? Oh, stop bullying my girlfriend. Meanwhile, he's out here looking, after he finds out the truth, he wants to go out here and drop that woman because he's just finding out how ratchet that woman is. But the whole thing is, ratchet women and simps go together like sugar and Kool-Aid, and they go together because ratchet women are usually a part of a simp, because a simp is a dude who doesn't know how to have a relationship with a woman. No, with most simps, what they do is when they're in a relationship with a woman, they don't know how to connect with a woman mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. And because they can't connect with a woman, because they have an emotional wall up in them, they can't bond with a woman. And because they can't bond with a woman feels unfulfilled when she's in a relationship with a simp. And because she is unfulfilled, again, this is why they pull stunts like this, because the response that this guy has is to go out here and make excuses for her behavior instead of going out here and checking that behavior. Because any man who goes out here and sees a woman participating in this behavior, again, this stuff starts happening way before they pull stunts like this. A lot of times women look to test a dude like this, and when these guys go out here and don't hold them accountable, don't set boundaries, what happens is these women start to lose respect for that dude, And as they lose respect for that dude, they look to pull stunts to get attention so that they can feel fulfilled. And what they do is escalate their stunts, hoping to find some way to get attention. And this is where Carlee Russell is right now, because she basically got involved with a simp, a guy who basically, again, is really, he looks like he's successful on the outside, but he's weak on the inside. He has no character, he has no backbone, he has no testicles, he has no standards, because only a weak man is going to say, stop bullying my girlfriend, when your girlfriend really needed to be held accountable and needed you to go out here and hold her accountable even before any of this happened, because had dude checked this woman, her behavior wouldn't have gotten as out of pocket like this. And it goes back to a point I made in a previous video about unruly Western women being the product of weak men, and Carlee Russell is a product of a weak boyfriend. And because she had a weak boyfriend, this is why she was participating in this unruly behavior. She was participating in this unruly behavior because her man was not out here leading, and because her man was not out here leading and running his home or running his relationship, his woman was running wild in them streets. And as she was running wild in them streets to cover up her ratchetness with some side dude, I believe, and I say I believe because this has not been substantiated, I believe that she was out here running wild with some dude because her man could not get her in order. And this is what happens with a lot of simps. They'll be out here thinking everything is going good, thinking everything is going all right, thinking everything is cool because they are out here being able to get her to drop the skid mark Victoria's Secret thong and allowing them to be able to pull the carbon rod out and put the carbon rod in the atomic waste reactor once a month and doing a little nuclear fusion once a month, not understanding that same woman is getting her back blown out by Chad and Tyrone and Roscoe and Big Dave. I mean, she's out here with side dudes getting the emotional fulfillment and getting a rush from getting out here and having some vitamin D on the secret, because that vitamin D that she's getting from that dude on the side is satisfying her emotionally, whereas the vitamin D that the simp is giving her is just something she does out of obligation because she just wants to keep the simp around. And again, this is what happens with simps. Again, a simp thinks that his girl is all good and everything is going fine, but she'll be out here having a secret life behind his back, and he won't know anything's going on because she'll keep that double life secret and keep them skeleton bones buried deep until eventually they wind up getting revealed. And again, these guys will sit there and think, oh, I really know my girl, but you really don't know your girl because, again, she's with you out of obligation, not out of love. She's with you only to go through the motions, and the simp will sit there and think everything is okay. And what's even sadder about this dude is that he's so cucked that he's sitting there going out here and looking to make excuses for a woman who has openly and flagrantly disrespected him by going out here behind his back, continuing to lie, saying, oh, I was by myself. I call bullshit on that. I know that what happens with women like this, they're not alone for that 48 hours. No, she was out here with another dude, and he's saying, stop bullying. No, you needed to have checked your woman. And the whole thing is, when he found out how raggedy that Carlee Russell was, he checked out, and he checked out in the most cowardly way by deleting his social media with her on it and looking to go out here and slink away from this woman, acting like he never knew her instead of coming out like a man and saying, look, her behavior was out of pocket, her behavior was raggedy, this woman was out of order, and since she's gone out here and shown me that I can't trust her, what I'm going to do is wind up breaking up with her. That's what a man of character would have said to all of the media. He would have just came out in the open and just said, okay, I see that what she is right now, and now that I see who she is right now that I know that she's a liar, what I'm going to do is say I'm no longer involved with her. I'm no longer having nothing to do with her. He's not going to go out here and try to go slipping away like this coward did. No, he's going to come out in the open and say, look, okay, I was worried about her. I was concerned for her. But now that I know the truth about her, I cannot trust her. And now that I know that I cannot trust her, I'm not having anything to do with her. That's what a man is going to say as related to the raggedy behavior of a ratchet woman. And he would have every right to do that because this woman's behavior was out of order. But when I look at this Tamar Luttrell, or whatever his name, Simmons, I believe, he really needs a copy of Stop Simpin', and he needs a copy of Stop Simpin' right now, because it's clear to me that he is one of these guys who's really still stuck in the simp phase and really hasn't learned anything from being played by a predatory woman like Carlee Russell, and really needs to learn something about the game before he winds up getting played again. Now, if you want to learn how to avoid winding up in situations like Carlee Russell's boyfriend, you can pick up a copy of Stop Simpin', Why Men Don't Need Finance to Get Romance on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find Stop Simpin', Why Men Don't Need Finance to Get Romance at other online booksellers like Smashwords, the iBookstore, Google Play, and Barnes & Noble. And if you want to learn why women like Carlee Russell participate in the behaviors that they do, you can pick up my books, The Legendary Mad Matilda, The Woman Crisis, and Why 70% of Black Women Are Single in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find all these books at other online booksellers like Smashwords, the iBookstore, Google Play, and Barnes & Noble. And if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can send a donation to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.
Now available for the first time in paperback, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single. Learn all the reasons why so many Black women can't find a husband and why 70% of Black women are single. Get your copy of Why 70% of Black Women Are Single on Amazon.com today. Now available in paperback. From the author of the critically acclaimed book, The Man Crisis, comes The Woman Crisis. Learn why so many women have become lost in their quest to have it all in The Woman Crisis. Get your copy of The Woman Crisis in paperback at Amazon.com and online booksellers today.
Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.